Alright guys, got the iron side dip out, no tobacco, no nicotine. First broadhead test with it. We also got a brand new broadhead to the channel. We got a new arrow build to the channel. A lot of new things. Stay tuned, let's get after it. As you guys know, I've been waiting on arrows, same with moose. From our bow shop, we shoot gold tip. I know this is probably gonna make gold tip angry, but so I ordered a dozen blanks. These are actually Black Eagle Spartans. Now these are American made arrows. It's what I shot before we got with gold tip. I have a strong feeling I'm probably gonna stick with shooting these again. Nothing against gold tip. I just don't like not being able to test other arrows for you guys. So there's nothing's in the works yet, but that's kind of where my heart's at. So this arrow is a 250 spine, and if you're not familiar with Black Eagle arrows, it's a plus or minus thou or 3 thou. They have two different offerings. This is the thou. Now when they do that, it's instead of just being a certain measurement in the middle of the shaft, it is actually from tip to tip of the blank is a plus or minus a thou. Now for reference, a thou, a human hair, is 2 thou in diameter. So half of a human hair's diameter is the straightness tolerance on these arrows. That's insane. Now, they also are plus or minus a grain, whole blank. And then on top of that, when you buy a dozen or if you buy 6 or whatever, they match the tolerances with the straightness and the weight tolerances and give you 12 of the exact same arrow. Well, as close as you can get is the exact same arrow. So out of the box, these bad boys just fly. But this one right here, like I said, it's a 250. I have 50 grains up front with their 50 grain brass insert. That's enough about the Black Eagles right now. This is the swhacker hybrid. Actually, this was sent to us from Travis Peacock I believe it was last year. This has an inch. That ain't right. Look at that frickin', look at that. Alright, we gotta fix that. But it's got an inch cut fixed, which I gotta fix this right now. I can see now the problem. And then it has your mechanicals, which I believe is an 1 3/4. But let me unscrew this. I'll show you the one issue I have with this hybrid. And that's how these sit. So when you go and take the collar off that's supplied, you have to keep pressure on these tips and almost screw this in this way. And as you can see now, there's no gap here. That's seated correctly. And the fixed is right. So make sure when you throw these on that you're paying attention, because good thing we were showing you the broadhead. I may not have saw that, and God knows what it would fly like. So make sure these are square to the bottom. They're inserted correctly, and then now we have a completely working broadhead. So I've been waiting to test this broadhead. Today, with the new arrows, it's the perfect time to test it out, as this is a really good arrow build. Like I said, we got 50 grains up front. I'm going to be shooting a 150 head. This is a 100 grain head. So this is a 513 grain arrow with most of that weight up front. So let's shoot it through the chrono with a 100 grain field point. See what speeds we're going to have for this test. Then we'll get back after it. Alright guys, so another thing that's new. As you can tell, we got a new 20% block. It's going to have a little wraps marks all the way around it. That's from shipping for this test. But let's get this out and I'll show you the important part. I mean, look at that. It's cool how clear they are when they're brand new. It's awesome. But inside the block, or the package, this is what I'm talking about. These are all certified. They tell you the date that they were certified, the QA tech, and they tell you all the specs. This is why we buy from Clear Ballistics. Now, I know a lot of people make their own gel. They do all that fun stuff. That's cool. But to me, I want to know that my block is 100% the same density throughout. That's how you can measure penetration. So just wanted to throw that out there, show you, so it's all said and done. You guys can see how they come brand new. I mean, they're not cheap, but you get what you pay for. Now in this test, I have a 100 grain field point here. So this is 513 grains, most being up front. What I'm going to hunt with is a 563 grain arrow, as I'll be shooting a 150 head. So, but for today, we got to get the speeds with this arrow for these tests. So we got the chrono out, and as always, we got the Matthews Triax, 27-inch draw. It's got 83-pound draw weight. Let's see what it can send this 513 grain arrow. Let's see what the speeds will be. I think it's going to be pretty impressive. So let's get to it. All right, so this bow with a 100 grain field point in the tip, so a 513, most of the weight's up front, I'm still getting 278 feet per second. So that's what the speeds will be for these 100 grain heads. And so let's get back to shooting gel. I'm pretty excited for these tests. Let's get to them. All right guys, so you can see here, I have the shot cam bow stabilizer and shot cam on there. We're gonna see how it works. This is, guys, it's designed for shooting, you know, clay pigeons, waterfowl, turkeys, stuff like that, but they do have a bow mode, so I have it on. So we'll try it, we'll put it in there. I'm curious to see how the jump is. So we know the speeds with a 100 grain head. Once again, I believe this is the 257, I may be wrong, comment below. This is the swhacker hybrid, 1 3/4 cut with inch fixed blades. Black Eagle arrow, 50 grains up front, it's 513 grains, total weight. I gotta turn that camera on down there. Yep, I didn't even do that. Hold on. All right, so here we go. Hopefully I can pick a spot where we don't have, we're having 20, 25 mile an hour dead crosswind gusts. So I'm trying to plan it out. So here we go. I gotta aim a little lower on my speed tape. Swhacker hybrid, let's put it in that gel. Good?
Yep.
Flew perfect. I shot a little left so I could put the nightfall next to it. Let's go down, let's check out that wound channel. I shot left so I can put the next broadhead to the right. Flew like a dart, it hit right where I was aiming, even with the light wind. Let's go look at it. As you can see, it's crystal clear in this gel block. This was the swhacker hybrid. As you can tell, it's got something going on here. We have never seen that. I don't know if maybe that's the hooks catching and deploying, as swhackers are a delayed deployment. It's by design. They want their blades to deploy after ribs, so you can have the sharpest blades on contact in vitals. So they are a slower deploying head. So I'm wondering if that's the hind hooks, well, your hooks in the front that catch and kick. I'm wondering if that's them kicking or something. I don't know, but as you can tell, it never really got to full deployment. I mean, having that 1-inch cut fixed head on there, and the cut it did get, it's not a bad wound channel, but it just never got that 1 3/4. I mean, you can see the blades here, they're parallel. They should be back. Might just be the, oh, I thought I could touch that. Doesn't it look like it's out? You can't. I thought I could play with it. But it got decent penetration, nothing amazing. With swhackers, we find the same thing every time. I think with a heavier head, you could up that. But, I mean, it's nothing special. I've seen a lot better. But in the same sense, if you're like shooting swhackers, it's not a bad option either. But, I don't know. I wouldn't shoot it, but that's me. Let's look at the entrance cut. So, like I said, swhacker is a delayed deployment broadhead, so your entry cut it's going to be smaller than what you're expecting. You can see your inch cut here with your fixed, and then your main blades, they wouldn't be fully deployed at this point. It's by design. It's not a negative in this test. My mindset with hybrids, I mean, there's been a couple that blew me away, but most of the time I'm not too impressed by them. Now, with that said, I do like what Swhacker's got going on here. Because when you think about the swhacker design, your main blades are a delayed deployment, get past the ribs, deploy, massive cutting power in the vitals where you want it. Now, you add a fixed head to that, thus being hybrid. You do have a cut on contacts, so you got that cut right from the start, get you through them ribs, that way you don't lose out on penetration, and then kick those wings out, the wing blade I believe they call it, kick those out and smoke them vitals. So I do like the hybrid application for the swhacker. Just, this is about on par for what we see in swhackers. I mean, they're great heads, don't get me wrong. If you shoot them and they work for you, keep shooting them. Just to us, they're not that impressive. Let's get this out of the block though. What in the heck? So this is how it should have looked in the gel. As you can see, that design is really sweet. You got the swept back angle, that should increase your penetration. You got a chisel tip on there. It's not the best tip, but it'll do. Then you got your fixed blades. And then this is how it looks. And like I said, these blades will get you through, and then that'll kick out in the vitals. This is where they got to in the gel. So they never really got to a full cut, but that is what the head should look like after deployment. But once again, Travis, thanks for sending these heads so we can test them. Now this one right here, it'll definitely kill whitetail. We've seen better, but all that matters is how it performs in your setup. Your setup could completely differ from mine. Your arrow build, your bow, your draw length, everything. So if a broadhead has been working for you and it doesn't fare so hot in our tests, don't take it personal, guys. It's just, y'all know, every setup yields different results. It's no different than pattern tests. We all see the same pattern different. We all see the same wound channel and effectiveness differently. If it kills your deer, stick with it, boys. I ain't one to try to tell you what to shoot, so just to me, not that impressive. All right, guys, so as always, if this is your first video of Blue Collar Outdoors, welcome, stay a while. Check out our broadhead test series, our waterfowl pattern series, our turkey pattern series, and if you are looking for no BS honest test reviews where the performance talks and the rest walks, don't give a shit about the brand name, all we care about is how it performs, you found the right channel. That's what we do here, and we do it all. I mean, we got, like I said, pattern tests, broadhead tests. We've been waiting to do our broadheads because we wanted to have the new arrows so we could really give honest testing with what we're going to hunt with. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to hunt with these, but it is nice to test different options. With that said, smash the thumbs up button for your boys. If you're new, subscribe, hit that notification bell, turn the notifications to all so you do not miss out on our Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads, as well as our extra content, as we are busting out videos right now in preparation for whitetail season. October 1st is our opening day, and I drew the hunt, so Moose will be filming. I'm not sure if Hawk will be out. It just depends on when he gets out of work, but hopefully Moose and I can put one down early and get it all on film for you guys. Well, guys, we're pushing for 10K. Those who have been subscribed, y'all know the drill. We're giving away the ultimate turkey setup. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Check out a couple videos so you can see what we're giving away, or just search for it in our videos. It'll come up. It breaks down the whole giveaway, in which we give you everything you're gonna need to kill longbeards, except the longbeards. So check it out, subscribe, stay a while. We got more to film. Test these arrows some more, test some other broadheads. Got a lot to do. Jake SLEASMAN, Blue Collar Outdoors. As always, we'll catch you on the next one.